Have you ever considered how fascinating it is? The one small shift in a perspective can change everything. Like the way a kaleidoscope turns chaos into beauty. A simple twist can create a whole new world of understanding. Isn't it true? When we explore the possibilities beneath the surface, things that seem fixed, immovable, suddenly become fluid. But here's the thing. Isn't it possible what we've been told, or even what we've told ourselves, it isn't the whole truth, or even the truth at all? Saying mean things means you're a mean person. But is that really so? Think about it for a moment. Isn't it possible to say something mean and still have a kind heart? Imagine a doctor who tells someone they need surgery. Sharp, direct words. They might feel harsh. Yet, isn't the intent behind those words rooted in care? Sometimes people say mean things, not because they're mean, but because they're hurting, or they're scared, or maybe even they're just human. And isn't it also possible to be a mean person and yet hide it behind charming, pleasant words? Like a predator cloaked in politeness, speaking softly while their actions tell another story. What if being mean isn't about the words at all, but about the deeper intention? And when you start to notice these patterns, don't you realize how often this belief dissolves like mist in the morning sun? If it's too fast, then it won't last. Really? Have you ever heard of breakthroughs that happen in the blink of an eye? Think about a lightning strike, fast, powerful, transforming the landscape in an instant. Some of the greatest advancements in history happen seemingly overnight. And haven't you seen people whose lives turn around in a single moment of realization? Like the person who decides one day, I've had enough, and never touches a cigarette again. Or the child who conquers a lifelong fear because someone spoke the right words in just the right time. Maybe speed isn't the enemy. Maybe it's the depth of the transformation that matters. Because sometimes a fast change can last for a lifetime. It won't last means it's not worth doing. But let me ask you, how many beautiful sunsets have you seen? How many fleeting moments of joy have left an imprint on your heart forever? Isn't it true? Even the shortest experiences can hold infinite value. Think of fireworks, brief, brilliant, unforgettable. Or the warmth of a hug that only lasts a few seconds but lingers in your soul for years. Maybe it's not about how long something lasts. Maybe it's about the meaning that it holds. When you think about it that way, isn't everything worth doing? Cancer causes death. Well, isn't it fascinating how that belief shifts when you realize there are people, many people, who've had cancer and now thrive. People who are living proof that cancer doesn't always mean the end. And you know, isn't it interesting that most cancer patients, they don't die from the cancer itself, but from the treatment. It's like fighting a fire with water that floods a house. So what if cancer doesn't always cause death? What if survival, hope, and resilience are part of the story too? And when you focus on those stories, doesn't it feel like the world becomes a little brighter? Being late means you don't care about me. But isn't it possible to care deeply about someone and still lose track of time? Like a parent so busy working to provide for their family, they're late to recital. Or a friend caught in traffic, heart pounding with worry, desperately wanting to be there for you. And isn't it possible to be punctual but indifferent? Like someone showing up on time out of obligation, not love. Maybe, just maybe, caring isn't measured by the hands of a clock, but by the beat of the heart. Nuclear arms create strength, protection and safety. But is that true? Is it possible to have nuclear weapons and still live in fear? Imagine a country stockpiling weapons, constantly watching the horizon, always expecting an attack. Does that sound like safety? And isn't it possible to create strength and protection in other ways? like communities coming together, building trust, solving problems before they escalate. After all, doesn't real safety come from connection, not destruction? And as you let these ideas settle in, like seeds planted into fertile soil, you might find yourself wondering, how many other beliefs can shift when you begin to look at the exceptions, the counterexamples, the possibilities? Because isn't it true? When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at begin to change.